And what if they said, well, I just need to think about it. I'm not sure.
I'd say fantastic. If you just need to think about it, let me help you with that because I've been thinking about it for 20 years. What is it you're going to think about? Then I'm going to help them think about things because 9 times out of 10, I got to give the people the things to think about. In other words, most customers, they're not aware enough of the industry or the product or the service to go think about the things they really should be thinking about. So they're going to go think about things they need to think about in order to be comfortable enough to have a conversation to move forward. So when they say, I got to think about it, what they're saying is, I don't have enough information. So they're going to leave you to go get this information. Do you want to trust other people to give your prospect information? Do you want your competitor to be the one to give them information, or would you rather give them information? So when someone says, I need to think about it, what they're really saying is, I need more information. Okay, and then most of us say, okay, well, call me when you need more information. No. You realize that when they need to think about it, it's because they didn't get enough information, and you definitely don't want them leaving your presence, if possible, to get that information. You want to be the person controlling the information and presenting the information and providing the information so you can control its value. So again, when someone says, hey, now's not the right time, makes perfect sense. It's obviously never been the right time, or you would have already done it, Mandy. My question is, when is the right time? When is the right time? When's the right time going to be? Is it going to be tomorrow, next month, next year? When's the right time? Okay, then and by the way, there's a lot of times when they'll respond to that and you're able to close them right there because, quite frankly, now's the best time and it always will be. Okay, but at the end of the day, the reason why they want to make a delay in the conversation is because they don't want to make a bad decision. All you have to do is make sure that they have confidence enough to move forward. How do you do that? You build the value in your product or service. Every time you build the value of your product or service beyond the value of the customer's money, there's an exchange made. So when someone says now's not the right time, when is the right time? Someone says, well, I just got to think about it. No problem. Because again, it's no problem. You can think about it. What is it you're going to think about, though? Well, why? Why do you want to know that? Well, because maybe I can help you get the information you're about to go look for. Like, allow me to be of service, Mandy. I don't want you to go do 8 hours of homework if I could help you avoid all that with the information you're looking for. So what are you thinking about? Well, I'm thinking about the price. Okay, well, if I were to gather all of our competitive pricing along with ours and present it to you tomorrow at 10 or right now, and we had the best price, would you move forward? And now what I'm doing is I'm identifying and isolating the objection, because once you say yes, because in order to close you, I got to move you from a no to a yes. So you do that by hypothetically. And hypothetically, if I went and got all these pricing models and comparisons, including ours, and presented it, and we were the cheapest, would you move forward? If they don't say yes, that's not the real objection, and it's not the only one. So again, dude, I can't teach you sales in a 2-minute answer, but I can tell you this. When somebody says now's not the right time, you find out when is. I got to think about it. What are you going to think about? But you got to have intelligence. You have to understand why you're saying it. You're saying it because you truly believe that there's nobody in the United States, or the world for that matter, that is more qualified and more ideal than you to answer any questions they have related to your product or service or industry. Why? Well, because you are a professional. You are a subject matter expert. And if you're thinking, well, I'm not, well, that's the problem, son. Get to be a subject matter expert in your position. In other words, if I'm looking for diamond rings, you want to be the world's leading expert on diamonds in the diamond market. People are looking for people they can trust. People are looking for subject matter experts. They're not looking for fucking slick talking salespeople. Okay, they're looking for experts. They're looking for people that can give them the information they need in order to make an intelligent decision because they fear screwing up. So all you have to do is instill the confidence in them that you are the expert, and you will get them any information they need in order to move forward, and any information they need, right, will come out when they say, I got to think about it. And your simple response is, no problem. What do you have to think about? The question is when they say, well, none of your business, and the salesman doesn't know how to respond because they don't know why they're saying it. You know what I mean? They got the word track, but they don't have the reason. You need both. You need to understand why you're saying what you're saying in order to be able to maneuver any possible outcome. If I said to you, Mandy, what are you going to think about? And you're like, well, it's none of your business. I would say, I understand, because you always agree with the customer. I understand, Mandy, but let me ask you a question. Is it something I said? Do you not trust me as a subject matter expert in this industry? Maybe we go back and I give you some testimonials or whatever the case may be. But Mandy, I want you to know that anything that has to do with the industry you're researching, I am the expert in, and you would be better off with me than without me. And if you don't agree with that, well, then let's stop right now and figure out what I need to show you, prove to you, say to you, give you, that builds that trust. Because without trust, you and I are not probably going to move forward. Wouldn't you agree? So let's forget about the product or the service for just 1 minute, and let me find out, Mandy, how can I earn your trust? What would I need to do to earn your trust? If I go get all the pricing models, including ours, and present them, would that earn your trust? See, I'm going to take control of the situation, and next thing you know, dude, I got you out on a freaking errand for me. And I'm building trust, because people buy things from people they trust and they like. Now, not always. Sometimes it's just price. How do you know? Well, shit, I know a lot of people that could buy shit from me, but guess what? I find out they're buying it from Amazon. Why are they buying it from Amazon? Because it'll come tomorrow and cheaper than what I'm selling it for. So guess what? They like me. They don't know Bezos. They don't like Amazon, but it's convenient, it's cheap, it's fast. So you got to have a strong mix if you really want to compete in the marketplace, because people will buy from people they trust and like, but you have to drive the traffic to you in order for that exchange to take place. If they never know who you are, or they never talk to you because they're over here just dealing with price, well then guess what? The market goes down, the value goes down. If I have a product or service and somebody else comes along with a cheaper product or service, what's my option? I got to now lower the price of my product to stay competitive. And now what's the competitor's option? They got to lower the price of theirs to stay competitive. Next thing you know, the price keeps dropping. Well, that's good for the consumer, correct? It's not good for the consumer, because that means there's no profitability, and now you're going to have breakdown of support. You're going to have breakdown in customer satisfaction. Like personally, for me, I would rather pay more for a product and get the support and the experience and the satisfaction of owning the product than getting it dirt cheap and no support and a bad experience. So as we argue with and compete and lower our pricing, it's actually bad for the marketplace. More ideally would be, I come out with something that's, priced at this, my competitor comes out with something that's priced even more, and then they've added something of value that I forgot to add. So now the marketplace, yeah, the price is higher, but so is the value. Not the price is lower and the value is the same. Because again, eventually that erodes.